first ever sold out 5 Across event. So, thank you all for being a part of this. We're excited you're here. We've got a great program for you tonight. For many of you, this might be your first 5 Across event. Those of you that have been here before, you know what to expect. But 5 Across is a part of a bigger mission that we have at Awesome Inc., which is to ultimately help people pursue their definition of awesome. And we do that by creating a community like this around entrepreneurship and technology. So what you're going to see tonight is just one piece of this entrepreneurial community, and we would love to welcome you to get involved in as many ways as possible into this entrepreneurial community across the state of Kentucky. You might be thinking, well, how do I do that, Brian? What are the options that I have? So I'm going to give you a couple of them real quick. First off, maybe you want to refine a skill, maybe you want to learn a new skill, a tech skill. We have a coding school for that, and we would love you to check out our website and learn more about that. Or maybe you want to get some experience coding or doing video work or graphic design or marketing experience. And we have an internship program for you if you're interested in that, so you can check that out at our website as well. Maybe you just like checking out events like this, and there are a lot more events just like this that are going on all year round in Lexington, Kentucky, and we would love to welcome you to any of those events that are listed on our website and listed on another website that I'm going to encourage you to check out. It's called Startup Lex. So if you want to write that down, Startup Lex is a place where you can go to get a whole bunch of entrepreneurial activity here in central Kentucky and across the entire state of Kentucky. This is our 82nd 5 Across event, which means we've been doing this since 2010, and we have never sold out an event until today. So for yourselves, now, none of this would be possible though without the support from our generous sponsors. Our title sponsor, this is for the entire 2023 season of 5 Across, is Kinetic by Windstream. We've got some representatives, I think, in the third row over here. Let's give them a shout out. And I don't know, I'm going to guess most of you don't know this. I just found this out today, but Kinetic and Windstream is the largest provider of 8 gigabit internet in the lower 48 states. That's fast. 8 gigabit internet. So if you're interested in talking about it, see anybody in the third or fourth row there on the right side, we would love to talk to you. We also have some of our friends from Fifth Third Bank over here on the left. Fifth Third is our presenting sponsor tonight, so we would not be able to do it without their generous support as well. So thank you guys at Fifth Third. They've got a booth set out in the open area if you want to go talk to any of them. A few other sponsors that I would like to mention. So Kentucky Innovation, Apex Software, Awesome Inc., the University of Kentucky Entrepreneur Club, and the University of Kentucky College of Communication and Information Department of Communication. So, at this point, I am going to hand the stage over to our MCs for this evening. You are in for a treat. We have the wonderful Garrett Farbach. And the amazing Jacqueline Benson.
You know, we've never done it before. I kind of like that. All right. Hey, I'm going to do with that. All right. Where's my crew from Boone, Kentucky? Who came up today? From Eastern Kentucky? Just you guys? Okay, great. Okay. What about Asbury? Yeah. There we go. What about you, Dad? Yeah. Good crew. All right. So make some noise if this is your very first 5 Across in attendance. Let me hear this. Alright, what about 2 or more times? Let me hear you. 2 more times. Who's doing that? guys beer tonight. Jacqueline has planned a phenomenal event, so anything that looks great is Jacqueline. So, for those of you who've never been, we made a really good video that just didn't get caught up by Hollywood. We want you guys to take a look. You've seen this before, you know the pre-rolls coming up. So go ahead and take a quick peek at this video. We're going to enjoy tonight.
Oh, hi there, and thank you for flying with Awesome Air. We are so glad that you've chosen to fly with us tonight. So during your 5 across flight, you will see 5 pitches from 5 entrepreneurs for 5 minutes each. Then a panel of judges will ask the founders questions about their businesses. After seeing all the pitches, our judges will deliberate and then choose the best pitch.
As you know, operating in this industry is no easy feat. And this 5 across flight is made possible only because of the generosity of our sponsors.
Sponsors include KY Innovation, UK College of Communication and Information, Dinsmore and Scholl, the UK E-Club, DB Virtual Accounting, and Inc. 5000 Company, APAC Software.
This evening's presenting sponsor is Fifth Third Bank. This 5 across flight is no ordinary flight. 9 out of 10 startups fail, as may this flight. Our pilots only have so much control. It will actually be up to you, our passengers, to make sure we have a smooth journey.
You are responsible for 3 things. Awesome Air's rule number 17, which is to bring the fun. You are in charge of your own good time. So if the person that beat you to the armrest doesn't seem happy, elbow them and tell them to smile.
Passengers are also expected to alleviate turbulence by initiating a slow clap if an entrepreneur attempts to take more than their allotted 5 minutes. Thirdly, keep your phone in hand throughout the flight. It is up to you to determine the crowd favorite pitch and provide feedback by rating on RADS. You can find the RADS rating system and other resources by going to awesomeinc.org/program on your mobile browser.
The duration of our flight will be approximately 90 minutes, and passengers are more than welcome to get up and move around the cabin. When we land, you'll be thankful to find that we are still in Kentucky, the best place to be a founder and support entrepreneurs.
Thank you again for flying with Awesome Air on this evening's 5 across flight, fueled by Kinetic by Windstream and Fifth Third Bank.
Put 3 fingers up in the air. Libby G, thanks so much. Love the charge. Cool. So for that video, there were 3 things we want you to take away. Rule number 17, Jacqueline, tell the people what it is.
Bring the fun! All night.
So you are in charge of your own good time. You're in charge of the people around you. So when the people are up here presenting, smile, everyone. Practice your best smile right now. Tim, that's a beautiful smile like that. Be encouraging, smile, thumbs ups, make them feel welcome. The next one, Jeff, get ready, okay? Get your right hands ready. Is we're going to do a slow clap. There should be a timer over here to my left that when it reaches 0, we're going to have a slow clap start. Jack, take it away. So, if a presenter goes past the allotted 5 minutes, you count them off stage, wish them best luck.
Oh, you don't want to slow clap.
The judges.
Sorry, judges.
No judges.
Get all the 5 minutes. Well, whatever.
Okay. And then, Jacqueline, where do we go tonight to get these entrepreneurs?
Definitely at awesomeinc.org/program.
So these people want your feedback as if you were either a potential customer or an investor. So we get real feedback, help these companies grow. So, next, we have a little cash prize on the line.
There's some money up for grabs tonight.
Yeah, what's going on?
$500 cash money, a giant check to go with it, and also a $5,000 safe note. What's a safe note, though?
So if you don't know, let's get the crowd just a little quieter in the back. They're having a party. So we're giving away $500 cash. Jacqueline made that check by hand today, so she's excellent. We're also giving away a $5,000 safe note, which Keith McMahon told me what that meant. So that's simple agreement for future equity. There is potential for $5,000 on the line if the investor, Key Horse Capital, and the startups pitching meet upon some agreements within their businesses, their milestones, to get that money for their businesses. And Jacqueline, you also mentioned some other monies. What are
There's
they?
so much money up for grabs. The winner of tonight's 5 Across gets to pitch again at finals in December. All the winners go up head-to-head for $5,000 cash or a $50,000 safe note.
A lot of money.
A lot of money.
That's great. That's great. So we are very grateful. We're very grateful for our partners, especially Yours Capital. All right. So can I have the founders in these first couple rows go ahead and stand up? We're going to introduce you. So as we call off their names and their companies, these are the people you are cheering for tonight. And I'm pumped because I know two of you very well. So here we go. So first up tonight, we have Ryan for Practical Healthcare.
We got Aram with Clean Space.
We have Erin with Pebble.
We've got Danton with Bike Trace.
And last but not least, we got Travis with the Scrub Step. All right, great job, founders. Great job. You can have a seat. I'm excited.
It's a good lineup.
I know.
It's a good
Hey, how
lineup.
we feeling? We good? You guys, we still with us? We okay in the back? Okay.
Bring that
That's
hype,
good.
keep it up.
That's good. Well, we're getting a lot of encouragement up front, but like any good thing, there might be some adversity that's going to come tonight. So we're going to get to that in a moment, but Jacqueline's going to let you know about some really cool things that have happened so far this year. Jacqueline?
Garrett, the really cool thing about past winners is that they're still supporting future winners. So these are our current winners for 2023, and we've got Waleed with Kindly to give you guys an encouraging message to tonight's presenters.
Hey y'all, this is Waleed Behuth with Kindly Benefits, where we help people hack health insurance. We were the June 5 Across winners, and I just want to say congratulations to all the August competitors. Take a deep breath, enjoy this experience, know that you're here because you know your stuff and you know what you're doing, and you're going to do great on stage tonight. Hope you have fun, and we're looking forward to competing against one of y'all in December. See ya.
That was great. Wally, class act. Wow. Let's hear a big song, but really. So, if you've been here before, you know there's some also very important people we'll be talking about tonight. So, DJ Seabex, can you hit the track, please? All right, here's what I need everybody to do. Let's go ahead and rise to your feet. Let's turn into the middle aisle. Let's get those fingers out and about, and let's welcome up the judge. Sit down if you want to. It's optional. Like we're vlogging. Judges, thanks so much to all for coming out tonight. We're really excited to have you. Okay. Audience, we good? We tracking? You okay? All right. Hey, Jacqueline, I want to give you the honors. The liquor's yours. Please go for it. It doesn't. You hit the next one right there. There we go. There we go.
We're going to start off before our first pitch with our sweet trivia. Ben, where are you?
I am all the way in the back to start this out. Can everyone hear me? Okay, awesome. Well, I'm here with my friend Deanna. Deanna, you're going to stand up with me. And Deanna drove all the way from Louisville to be here tonight. So we give it up for everybody. Awesome. He claims to be a healthcare professional question, I'm going to give you 4 options. And I need you to give me your best guess, unless you just know. But what percentage of Americans are pleased with the current U.S. healthcare system? Is it A, 12%, B, 23%, C, 47%, or D, 88%? That is good. I'm giving you this. 88% of Americans are not happy. So this is not that one out. It's definitely not D. I'm going to help you. But, Deanna, what do you think? You're going to go with A. Not a lot of people are pleased with the U.S. healthcare system, and she's correct. She said she's
Thanks so much for being Well, one thing about me is I'm a practical guy. So up first, to kick off tonight, we're going to invite my friend Ryan with practical healthcare. So now let's rise to your feet. Let's give Ryan a great
Hey, I'm Dr. Ryan Nazar. I'm a surgeon and a successful healthcare entrepreneur. I've done research investigating how to incorporate patients' everyday life experiences into their treatment plans to make healthcare more effective. I founded Practical Healthcare to put a breath of fresh air into that mission. 99% of healthcare happens outside of the healthcare setting. And patients don't always know how to put the medical advice into action. This results in 75% of patients being dissatisfied with their healthcare experience and 50% of people not adhering to the recommended treatments. When we couple that with a rising trend in do-it-your healthcare, we have a foundation to redefine the healthcare experience if guided correctly. I want to introduce you to a patient named Ralph. He's 69 and has chronic back pain. He had tried everything to get better. Seen a spine surgeon, completed PT, undergone injections, but he still had pain for sitting for 45 minutes. He spoke to a surgeon and he recommended surgery. Surgery for Ralph was his biggest fear and also represented a loss of independence. He didn't feel heard even though that was clinically acceptable, and he felt like he was in limbo waiting for his pain to get worse to have a surgery he didn't want. What if we empowered Ralph with some tools to act upon those feelings in a meaningful way? Nearly 50% of health outcomes are due to non-medical factors, such as social support, mental well-being, and finances. These are the factors that are overlooked in medical treatment plans. We want to empower patients to share their expertise in their life. We've done that by interacting with over 750 patients to co-create the practical method of diagnosis and therapy. We first begin by offering a quiz that's fun and engaging and identifies what type of patient are you. One of 4 options exist: avoiders, talkers, planners, and advocates. Avoiders, like 35% of everyone in this room and Ralph, believe the doctor is in charge of their health care. We have a process that transforms avoiders who are sidelined into participatory, active advocates. This process is the practical method of diagnosis and therapy. We were able to empower Ralph to align his values of family and independence and his struggles of working a long job which required sitting and mental health struggles to identify a treatment option that works best for him. In this case, using our tools, Ralph identified that his biggest pain trigger was prolonged sitting and that he was poised to miss a family vacation that required 5 hours of travel because of this. This was his breakthrough moment that he had to start doing something to get better. Our solution is a tool set that patients use to progress them. In Ralph's case, he used prompt-driven journaling, word cloud analysis, and proprietary matching algorithm that paired him up with other patients who shared similar life experiences. With this, Ralph kept having breakthrough after breakthrough as he learned more and more of what he could do to sit for longer. Simple things such as getting up when he first felt discomfort and also taking NSAIDs before sitting for a long period of time. He was able to go on his family vacation and sit for 5 hours with these simple changes that he got from other patients who had gone through the same thing and lived the same experience. We aim to scale this nationally recognized method as a SaaS platform. We have early revenue growth with our prototype. We have decreasing customer acquisition costs. And we poise to take Ralph's living story and apply it to more and more patients. 187 other patients have completed our methodology. 97% of them became advocates, an equivalent net promoter score. We also saw a 3 times increase in health confidence, a 4 times increase in return to work, 44% reduction in their disability, decreased stress, and overall improved quality of life. The scaling of this is astronomical. As we start with patients who are already using social media for health-related reasons, we tap into a $12 billion market. Our competitive analysis sets us apart as a solution that's both personal and practical. Our revenue comes from a SaaS platform where we drive onboarding with a universal free service, and then revenue through subscriptions, advertising, data analytics, and licensing for a target revenue at 5 years at $85 million. No other team can complete this. I want to share you with an example of the power of practical healthcare. Healthcare right now is like a hammer, trying to hit a target of personal, effective healthcare. Practical healthcare listens to the patient and allows them to hit the target. Thank you so much.
Ryan, great job. We got all the So, this is the first time Ryan was ever good. So the judge can ask a couple questions. Remember, please not slow clap the judges or it comes out on my paycheck. So, take it away, Ryan.
So you said you're doing a freemium model, and that converts when? How long is the freemium model, and what's the cost?
So the overall method takes about 4 months to complete. There's 4 phases. And so the first 2 phases in our customer discovery, for avoiders to talkers, talkers to planners, are a freemium service. It plants the hook, it gets them engaged, it gets them more active. The proprietary tools are when we start charging, just like Noom does, with decreasing costs for the length of time. We keep people on the platform by engaging frequent updates and helping define them as health influencers.
Hi, Ryan. That's wonderful. Is there another business out there that's doing something similar to this?
There are competitors who offer personalized healthcare, but they still do it in a disease-specific fashion. Transcarent and Amada are 2 examples. What that means is that for Ralph's case, since he had a disc herniation, he'd be paired with other people who had disc herniations. We match people and avoid HIPAA because of this by practical problems. Ralph couldn't sit, so he's matched with anyone who has difficulty sitting. By opening that up and connecting first as humans and their patient as seconds, we expand the possibilities of intervention. Another patient who is a CAD engineer 3D prototyped a toilet seat that was causing sciatica with a dugout for another patient. It empowers and democratizes healthcare while empowering the system resources locally.
You mentioned your acquisition costs are going down. Tell us a little bit about what it costs to acquire.
Yeah, so initially we started off with one-on-one consults and then a battle buddy matching system like the Army used to pair similar patients together. We then scaled to do webinars in a moderated Slack channel. Our second paid pilot was then 100 patients. So we went from 30 to 50 to 100. And along that route, decreased customer onboarding costs and maintained same revenue.
Yeah, so you keep talking about these users, and I saw the mock-ups for the app. Mm-hmm. What's your go-to-market strategy? How are you going to get people to download this app?
Yeah, so the what type of patient are you quiz engages avoiders. 35% of us are avoiders of healthcare. We wait until the last minute. We don't have the means. We don't have the motivation. To get their foot in the door, a BuzzFeed quiz really works, gathers that interest. We also have strategic partnerships. I've presented nationally our method at medical conferences, and those partnerships include healthcare organizations, systems, and providers who refer patients to our method.
Tony stole my question.
Where are your annual revenues right now, and how do you see the scale moving up to 85 million in 5 years?
85 million in 5 years comes from the software as a service platform. We're able to then scale exponentially nationally. Right now I'm operating regionally or locally, still through group classes or self-guided workbooks. So that jump comes from the massive amount of users on board, similar to LinkedIn. The value grows as our platform user base grows. And that's when we can bring in targeted advertising with a lot of verbal contracts agreed to with suppliers, vendors, health and wellness companies to do targeted advertising. We control targeted advertising by making sure that it aligns with their values and constraints. So it's meaningful.
All right, great job, great job. All right. You can leave this if you want to. That's nice day for it. Cool. Awesome.
Just circle that you can see.
Thanks so much. Cool. Well, first one done. You okay, guys? You tracking? Okay. So, y'all make sure you head over to awesomeinc.org/program. Y'all got phones, tablets, computers, whatever. Give these entrepreneurs your feedback. Again, if you were their customer or an investor, this is how they improve and make Kentucky a better place to live and work. And then Jacqueline, let's try this again. You can take a clicker.
I can do it this time.
You can take front stage. There you go.
She's so chivalrous. Where is Kevin?
Sweet Kevin.
You're hiding. You do this every time.
Sitting behind the camera.
Oh, he got me.
Ready for our second trivia question, man. This is a little bit of a curveball. So I asked Michelle Smith to answer this question. She said, heck no. She's pointing to you, man, the man with the cool mullet. So
Nice, cool
I'm going to
mullet.
make you stand up. What's your name? Tyler. Nice to meet you, man. Well, Tyler, you don't know this, but you're answering a trivia question for 60 minutes of unlimited play at main events.
Wow, that's
whatever
generous.
you want. Michelle thought of you, so you just make sure you buy her flowers or something.
All right, Kevin, I got your question up on the screen for you.
All right, Tyler. What has been the average annual growth rate of the cleaning industry since 2011? I'm sure you probably hired a cleaner for your dorm at Asbury, so you probably contributed to this statistic. Tyler, is it A, 3.3%? Is it B, 6.6%, C, 9.9%, or D, 12.12%?
Use that section.
Yeah, we've got a lot of Asbury. We love smart people in here. So if you need to phone a friend, phone a friend. And this is all guys, so they're probably like the least cleanly people. I asked the wrong group. I should have kept it with Michelle. Tyler, what do you got, man? What's your guess?
We'll go with B.
B, as in boy, do I wish I had a
Well, as in B, that is right. I'm going to have all of you guys be ready for the next presenter. So let's rise to your feet. Wipe your hands off, be clean, as we welcome up to the stage, Aaron with Lexington. Real quickly, I'll do this actually ever, so you're the first time. Aaron was pre-gamer for this event by doing a cold plunge in the Austin parking lot. So, he's ready to go.
Ready?
You go ahead.
Man, you guys feel the energy in here? Yeah. This is electric. Give yourself a hand. And I am really excited to share with you about CleanSpace, the app that is revolutionizing the cleaning industry. Now, if you've ever booked with a cleaning company before, let's say your company coming over, and you wanted to have everything nice and clean, ready to go for your guests, so you went online, read a bunch of reviews, found a good company, booked the time for them to come out. But that time came and went, you never saw or heard from anyone. This has happened to you, it's because it actually happens to a lot of people across the US. A surprising number of
cleaning companies are still using notepads and spreadsheets to run their business. That means there's a lot of miscleanings, a lot of things that fall through the cracks because they have no good platform and no communication structure with their clients. That's where CleanSpace comes in. We built CleanSpace as a website app for cleaning companies of all sizes from which they can manage their clients, their schedules, and mobile apps for all of their employees and all of their clients. This is pretty cool. This focus particularly on that customer experience is really what sets CleanSpace apart from the competition. There are companies out there that are building management software for the field service industry, sometimes for cleaning companies in particular, but no one is giving an experience to that end user, the homeowner. So if you're a homeowner booking a clean from the CleanSpace app, you can easily reschedule that clean right there. You don't need to make a phone call. You don't need to find the right number to text. It's done in the app. It goes back and coordinates with the cleaning company's calendar. Everybody's updated. It's just seamless. That's pretty cool. You can also rate and review those cleaners that come to your home. You can provide critical security information about accessing your home that's not getting shared with the entire cleaning company. So this is pretty cool. Nobody in the space is doing that. And that's important because if the client is having a much better experience, then the company that's providing that platform is doing much better as well because they're doing something that their competition isn't, as well as having just overall better management. So these are pretty cool things. Now at this point, you may think, Aram, this sounds really cool, but how does this make money? You may or may not be thinking that. I know the judges are wondering, so let's talk about the money. CleanSpace is a tiered subscription platform. So companies will come to the platform and pay based on the number of clients they service each month. But we also collect 6% on all of the transactions that are run through the platform, giving us really great secondary revenue at scale. Now you may be back and you say, Aram, that sounds good. What about the market? You guys ask really good questions. Let's talk about the market real quick. Residential cleaning in the US represents about $943 million a year. Okay, it's not too bad. Commercial cleaning, however, is just south of $90 billion annually. It's a much bigger number. So as you can imagine, that's where we're headed. We have already launched the software for the cleaning industry in that residential sector, and we are actively onboarding companies primarily through an outbound sales team. We're cold calling company owners across the US with that team and getting them on the service. We're also going to be starting an email campaign that is starting at the end of next week. Pay-per-click marketing coming after that. So our plan is to end 2023 with over 100 companies on the platform. We'll also be capturing all of their clients and all of their cleaners. But we've also clearly identified the software changes we need for the release to the commercial market, and we're already testing those on a limited basis right now, but don't tell anybody because that's a secret. So we're pretty excited about that. We have a good, clear pathway to get from where we're at now into that exponentially larger, more lucrative commercial market, and we're really, really excited about that. Quick word on who's behind this. So as a cleaning company owner in this area for the past several years, I bring kind of the practical experience of what this can look like. I also know how to talk to our customer base because I've been in this and I've experienced a lot of the problems I've told you about. Eric and Daniel, however, a lot of you here no doubt know them pretty well. They have a lot of experience in the software industry as a whole. So we have a really good team. But one thing that is particularly unique about this squad is that each one of these people have started businesses from scratch and seen them through to profitability, which is pretty unique for founding companies at this stage. In other words, this isn't our first rodeo. Guys, we're happy to be here. We hope you scan the QR code and see how you can get involved with CleanSpace. Thanks so much.
Take it away.
I love cleaning companies. My house needs it. Congratulations. This is very exciting. So what research did you do amongst other companies that would pay $99 for $100 for a premium service per month?
Sure. So we did some beta testing earlier in the year before we launched, and just kind of we did a lot of research here locally with companies, and then Louisville, Cincinnati, and then some other cities across the U.S., and really try to identify what their pain points are. We didn't want to assume entirely that all their pain points are what I experienced, but we found in probably 95% of the case, it was uniformly the same. So we did a lot of direct, like, hey, what are your problems? Where are your pain points? And got those answered directly.
How do you plan to manage geographically as you grow into new cities, and when someone goes on the app, and do you service their address?
Yeah, so the way that we're approaching it right now is essentially the most populated cities in the US, the ones that we're starting with those direct calls, that outbound approach. Once we have a number of cleaning companies on the platform in a given city, we'll then begin to market the customer app in that city so that if you aren't associated with the cleaning company, but you download the CleanSpace app, you can book a clean and it'll get sent out to one of the companies on our platform. If you do that now, in a city that we're not in for right at the moment, then that means you'll get a waiting list, essentially, message. So that feature is essentially like a third rung ability for us to get revenue. It's not our primary focus, so we'll be able to kind of market and adjust that more as we go along.
6%. How did you land on 6%? It seems high. If you told me I have to give you 6% of my top line, I might be a little mad. 6%.
That's great. So that 6% number currently, the way it's set up, is actually getting charged to the consumer if they're paying their invoices through the app. If they're not paying invoices through their app, if they're not even using the customer app, they're not paying anything. They're just going to pay by check or maybe another invoicing system. So the cleaning company is only paying per month. That 6% charge going to the consumer, again, only applies if they're paying on invoices that way. Also, it's adjustable. We built our financial projections primarily on that subscription model because we knew that was the non-variable number. So we have a lot of room. We can lower that. We can change it in other areas geographically. So we have a lot of room, and we're not dependent on that number.
Okay, one other question, Aram. So your database, you own your own company. How are you protecting the data from competitors using your app, from you collecting potential clients from them? How would they have faith that you're not going to share or you're not going to use that information for your own development of your customer base?
Of other cleaning companies, is that what you mean?
From other cleaning companies, yes.
Well, we have a basic terms and agreement that have been legally provided for us by a third-party firm, and that's all stipulated there. So contractually, we're bounded by it, for one. But secondly, it's not in our best interest because that's our broadest customer base. And as we go to the commercial markets, while we'll still have features that a client portal in a commercial realm can tie into, the cleaning companies are still going to be our broadest customer base. So there's not in our best interest to try and take information from them. It won't really serve us well. Does that help? I don't know if that...
Sweet, great job, great job. Well. Also, you're on some of your kids coming up. Great job, your dad, Street Family. So Jacqueline, you know what time it is. It's time to tell everyone to go vote.
Okay. Everybody, it's time to get out your phones again. Vote for Aram and CleanSpace. Submit those answers now because we're going right into trivia. All right, Kevin, where are you hiding now?
I actually found a seat right here in the middle.
Oh, nice.
And so I'm here with Alexander. Alexander, please stand up. Alexander is an alumni of GSC. Alexander, thanks for being here. And again, this is Alexander. All of his friends call him Alexander. So thanks for being here. Alexander, you know the drill. You ready? He's very ready. What was the online event ticket market size in the year 2022? So dig deep back in all of your event market size research. All right, Alexander, is it A, 10.3 billion people, B, 21.7 billion, C, 29.2 billion, or D, 34.6 billion? Let me give you a hint. It's in the billions. It's in the billions. What do you think, Alexander? You got a guess? He wants to phone a friend.
Please do it. Please. You can pick any friend. They're all around you.
They're all friends. They all called you Alexander, just like you told me. So, anyone? You got Hannah. Who's Hannah? Hannah, what's your guess? She thinks it's C. Do you want to trust her, Alexander? How well do you know her? Is she calling you Alexander? He's gonna take Hannah's advice and go with C. And C rhymes with the right answer, Alexander. He said D as in dang. That's a lot of good people.
Great job, Alexander. Yes. Besides the D. Well, we just talked about a lot of people, and I don't know about you, but being one of 34.6 makes me feel really small. With the B, makes me feel really small. So speaking of feeling really small, let's all rise up in our little small space as we welcome Aaron with Pepper.
Make some more noise in this room this evening. Thank you all for having us here. So, I want to talk to you about a friend of mine named Sally. And I bet a lot of you are thinking that Sally is the one pictured in this photo. She's not. Sally is an event producer. Sally is someone who loves to have fun. She's creative, but she's also about her business. Now, not to get too much into her business, but I want to tell you about a problem that she has. Sally's problem in producing events is that she doesn't have the ability to monetize off of the individual transactions that are happening at her events. She loves to host festivals. Another big problem of hers is she doesn't have any insight to the data, so she can't make business-savvy decisions with the information that she has. I too am like Sally. As an event producer, I'm actually the producer of the Louisville Juneteenth Festival, which actually hosted over 10,000 attendees in Louisville, Kentucky, and earned the governor's proclamation of the official Juneteenth Festival in the state of Kentucky. So, the unique solution for Sally and folks like me is Pebble. Pebble allows you to get paid and monetize off of each individual transaction that's happening at your events. We also provide real-time data and analytics that help support you in making your business decisions, and most importantly, it's easy to use. We want to make sure that the process is seamless for both hosts and event attendees. Now shout out to Hannah for getting that. No, that wasn't Hannah. That was my brother over here. Who picked D? Raise your hand. There you go, my boy. Alex, thank you. Alexander the Great. So the market opportunity for festivals and events only in North America was $12 billion in 2021 and is expected to grow exponentially over the next year. Now let's talk about competition. As you see here, Pebble has a few folks in the space, but they're not doing what we're doing. The majority of our competitors are cashless. The majority of our competitors are simple. But the majority of our competitors also don't provide insight and data, and Pebble is the only company in the space that allows you to generate revenue from the individual transactions that are happening at your events. Our revenue model is also simple. We take 2.9% plus 70 cents off of each individual transaction from vendors, and we take 16% of revenue generated, the gross revenue generated by event producers. So Pebble's journey has been a short one, but a super impactful one. We started with an idea in December. We legitimized our business in January, and by May, we launched our MVP at the Juneteenth Festival, where we piloted with over 20 businesses. This past June, we made our first revenue, and by the end of this year, our plan is to have over 1,000 users, raise capital, and hire a great team. Speaking of a great team, I'm Aaron. I am the co-founder of Pebble, and I have a background in integrated marketing communications in addition to being a content expert. My co-founder's name is Micah Johnson, and he has an extraordinary background in development and the ability to craft digital assets. So our ask from you all today, we're looking for mentors, we're looking for new team members, we're looking for users, consultants, marketing support, and legal support. With that, you all have been awesome. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and visit our website. Again, I'm Aaron, this is Pebble. You all are great. Thank you.
Tell me about the insight and data that you offer that your competitors don't.
So the insight and data that we offer, we'll be able to tell individual vendors and producers the types of revenue, like highlight the revenue they make in portions of their event, letting them know, which areas of their event they may need the most help in, or which areas that they should dial in and continue to strive towards. So perhaps you sell tacos, right? You want to understand what are the best areas in the city to promote your business, or the best areas in the region to promote your business, but also being able to have those data and insights that help you understand data and insights that help you make business savvy decisions, again, such as with your sales.
Second question, your revenue model as it relates to the producers, can you explain that a little further?
Yes, so the revenue model as it relates to the producers, we take 16%, and the way that we came up with the number, we actually compared with similar businesses in the industry. Eventbrite, namely the biggest name in the space, they take about 16% of gross revenue produced from event hosts.
These ticket sales?
So that's what makes us unique. Great question. So we don't make revenue off of ticket sales. We make revenue off of each individual transaction, and there's no one in the space currently that allows you to generate revenue off of transactions. So getting back to the taco example, if I sell a taco to you, with Pebble, the event host is able to generate revenue from that individual sale, which doesn't exist right now in the market. Y'all a little nervous. Somebody give me a whoop!
So how does it work? Does the user have to download an app? How does it work?
Yes, so the user does have to download the app. Currently, it's web-based. We are moving from MVP into our 1.0, and it will be downloadable on an app in the App Store.
So they download the app, they add their credit card to the app, and then they go to the vendor, they tap the phone, and it pays, and then you take 60% from that transaction.
Yes, and it also integrates with your wallet as well, your virtual wallet as well. And you can also make payments through QR codes as well.
What's the feedback from the vendors that you used it with? Are they comfortable with 16%?
That's actually a really good question. So our vendors are super excited. It's a user-friendly platform. It works very well for them, and 16% is not off the table. The type of revenue that we've generated, harkening back to the Juneteenth Festival, I had over 30% of our vendors sell out more than once. And this is our 5th annual, so we'll be piloting again more with local festivals, through partnerships with the Waterfront, through partnerships with Churchill Downs and other institutions that utilize POS systems. And our goal is to really kick POS systems out of the way so that our consumers can save on the equipment and the software that they often have to pay for in order to host an event. Great question.
Does your software take the place of the POS? It does?
Yes.
All right, give a round of applause for Aaron. All right, Jack, you had a great thing last time, but we're gonna switch it. All right, make sure you go to awesomeinc.org/program. We're at the 3rd inning stretch at this point. Make sure you give these founders some feedback. If you had $1 million, how would you invest with them? Let them know.
Get those votes in.
Yeah, and then I had one such kiddo to want to contribute, but I guess I'll be later, so it's up to you.
All right, that's a lot of pressure. But not as much pressure as Kevin's on right now in the crowd. He's hiding. Every time I can't find him, you're so
Strategics, look for the 6'4" guy with the extremely below average smile and the bright red cheeks.
Yep, that's it.
Well, I'm here with Mackenzie, and she brought a whole crew of people, so you're more than welcome to stand up with her if you like. She said she's going to take all of it.
Peer pressure. Peer pressure. Hey, you guys all can
So I'm going to ask just all of Mackenzie's friends. Nick Paul for Mackenzie. All right, Mackenzie group, all of you. Approximately how many people are diagnosed with dementia each year globally? And the hint is that it's up on that screen. Is it A, 500,000, B, 100, sorry, not 100 million, 1 million, C, 10 million, and or D, 30 million? They're talking amongst themselves. You do have some very smart people from Windstream that are sitting in the row in front of you. They might know this. They might know from your girlfriend. Mackenzie, you feeling confident with an answer? By no, she means, heck yeah, I'm ready to answer this. Mackenzie, what you got? C, as in she doesn't know, so she guessed, and she was right.
All right, well, I'm excited about this pitch as well. We're going to bring up my elementary school bus buddy, 502 Dan. All right, let's rise to your feet. Let's bring up Dan Wynn, Retro!
Hello everyone, I am the CEO Dan Rice, and we are Brightrace. By a show of hands, how many of you all have known someone that has struggled with dementia? Just like a lot of you all, I know what it's like to see your loved one be a shell of who they used to be. Right now, there are 6.7 million Americans living with this disease, reaching close to 14 million by 2050. Last year, dementia cost our nation $355 billion, which, including unpaid care that families are having to take on themselves, that first number jumps over $600 billion a year. By 2050, with the same issues, will send the cost for dementia care over $1 trillion annually. Now, we've been blessed to make great connections in this space and have a story we'd like to tell. Vanessa was taking care of her mother for 10 years, and at the latter end of those 10 years, they were literally calling her mother the other mother. And this is exactly why our mission is to empower caregivers to effectively care for their loved ones with dementia. As we do this, we can't overlook what families have to go through. Families are tired. Caregiving is expensive. With the market leaning towards keeping people at home, there is a consistent pattern of few families having the time or resources to coordinate care within themselves. Next, how can you have faith in the healthcare industry when in 2022, the estimated caregiver turnover rate was 64%? When you can't build trust externally, families don't seek help, leading to family caregivers getting fatigued and depressed as self-care days are consistently getting pressed aside. Now, I would like to take the time to introduce Brightrace. Our product, Brightrace Caregiving, is an unprecedented tool caregivers use to connect with their loved ones. Families will start the Brightrace journey with the progress chart. This allows the ability to give daily feedback and view their loved one's progress. Next, we have the actionable guides, a proprietary algorithm where caregivers can select from a list of dementia symptoms, receiving suggestions on how to best handle their situation. Then we have the trend calendar. This is a full calendar that gives all the information of your loved one for each day. Lastly, we have the personalized profile, where this gives the ability to have your loved one's story and leading to more personalized care for them. Our app is a holistic and effective solution to the daily challenges caregivers face. Brightrace was started by Nolan and I as a concept from the Entrepreneurship MBA from the University of Louisville. We brought on Jeff, our Chief Research Officer, as he is a qualified dementia care specialist with 40+ years impacting lives. Each founder has a personal story of a period in time in our lives that help us use our background in accounting, entrepreneurship, product design, and dementia care to help others not feel this same pain without any help. These are the advisors actively guiding us along our mission and continue to share valuable knowledge as each one of them have had successful exits themselves. Through building our prototype, we have been able to secure 25 active users who are consistently using our app 3 to 5 times per week. We are offering a limited time free trial, after which users can pay $300 annually or $29.99 as a subscription fee with the ability to cancel whenever needed. Our path to success starts from forming strategic partnerships with community-trusted organizations such as the Traeger Institute, the Alzheimer's Association, and Norton Neuroscience Institute, allowing us unique access to caregiver support groups, improving our brand awareness. We enhance the value we provide caregivers through careful consideration of consumer feedback, improving product features, and monitoring our KPIs. Based on user growth rates and engagements, we expect to see close to 40,000 B2C subscribers and $1 million in revenue by the end of 2024, and around 113,000 subscribers and close to $2.8 million by the end of 2025. As a company, we are impacting lives. Please, if you know anyone dealing with dementia, feel free to send them to our Facebook at BrightTrace. Although there is no current cure for dementia, this doesn't mean we won't do whatever we can now to improve lives. Here at BrightTrace, we trace your loved one's past, leading to brighter care in the future. Thank you.
All right, give it up for Danton. Great pitch. We're going to hand it over to our judges, about 3 minutes or a question each. Take it away.
My mother-in-law lives with me, and she has dementia and Alzheimer's, so this is very close to home for me. Where does the information in the app come from for the user to benefit and use in their lives? And is it also used for the patient to log in and look or enter data? I'm a little confused.
Yeah. First off, I'm sorry to hear about that. I know how hard it is. So basically what they would do, they would start off with a little questionnaire, which would let them know exactly what stage of Alzheimer's or dementia they're in. We know that they're 1 through 7, so you get a little bit on that. And this is for the caregivers to really help them kind of understand and bring care where, your mom would be today. So it's very much so for the caregivers and give them a little bit more aspect on how to better improve care for their, your loved one.
The information come from? How are you feeding that information?
It would come from you. You would start off by answering the questionnaire, and then as you would put in more stories, that's how our algorithm would say. So for example, let's say that your mom loved to play chess. Well, with dementia, she might not be able to play it, so that would frustrate her. So our app would say, instead of playing chess, let's try checkers or a card game to stimulate her brain to bring, care where she is now instead of what she could do. So it kind of helps her as far as emotionally feel like she's, able to do stuff still for herself.
Okay, so the advice is coming from your research team?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
ma'am.
Thank you.
Can you tell me a little bit about the competitive set?
Yes, sir, absolutely. So there is no one actively targeting the dementia care market, and there's people doing similar things of sorts. We have Allevi, home-based home care. Companies like that, they want to do aspects of what we want to do, but no one is actively targeting dementia care.
Have you spoken to any insurance companies about getting this covered by insurance, or maybe even getting acquired by insurance companies?
That's actually a great question. We get that a lot. That is actually something that we're actively looking towards as well. We haven't taken that step now, but that is something that we do look for in the future.
Great job, Tony. You sure? Okay. Well, I feel bad. Great job, man. Hey, you have all the power.
That was strategic. Did you see that?
I did. I was so swift.
All right, that was our 4th pitch, you guys. Friendly reminder to go osmink.org/program. Only have one more to vote for after this.
Only one more?
Yeah.
All right, hey, wait. Before you call him up, have you found him yet? I have not. Oh.
I know what he's about to do.
Yeah, all right.
I haven't been this nervous. I haven't been this nervous since I asked my wife to marry me like 8 years ago.
Here comes Truman.
But middle aisle, your feet.
Never cease to
Coming in hot.
Electric skateboard.
That's not what I did with you flawlessly. Please give it up for me. Please. Good up, man. This is actually Cooper's skateboard. He rode this all the way from Cincinnati today. And he's still standing, so hats off to you, Cooper. All right, Cooper. Don't let me down. That was pretty epic. And you told me how to put this in reverse, so I'm going to try it back. But Cooper, according to the CDC, I might need a hospital, maybe not the CDC. How long should children wash their hands for? None of those are long enough, but those are your 4 options. Is it A, 15 seconds, B, 20 seconds, C, 30 seconds, or D, 60 seconds? Let me give you a little bit. I know the answer to this, and it's kind of shocking how short it is that kids should wash their hands. He thinks B, 20 seconds, and he would be correct. 20 seconds too short. A minute, 20 seconds too short. I'm putting this in reverse. And I know that.
All right, everyone, hey, clap.
I won't see you.
Clap Kevin on stage. Clap Kevin on stage. Nice. Great job, Kevin. Your balance is exceptional. Well, does anybody want to be bold and say they don't wash their hands? Okay, gross. Good. Well, hey, let's rise to your feet. Let's use those clean hands. Put them together one final time for our friend, Travis.
All right, thank you all so much for having me. I didn't know if they told you, but they actually saved the best for last.
So without further ado, I'm Travis Strobel, inventor turned CEO of ScrubStep. ScrubStep is elevating daily hygiene. What do I mean by that? Let's see. The current options to help your children wash their hands at home, it's really only one of 2 things. It's either a big, bulky footstool, it's inconvenient, heavy, not aesthetically pleasing, and actually 50% of parents experience picking their kids up, squishing their bellies. It's awkward for you, it's awkward for them as a parent, and that hasn't changed since before I was a kid. Another 25% are experiencing dragging over a local chair, scratching the floors, and inconveniencing parents daily. The solution is ScrubStep. ScrubStep is the most convenient way to help your children wash their hands right at home. Let's see. Yeah. So simply adjust the arms to the width of your countertop, fold down the platform, hook it onto any tub sink, help your little one up, and get to scrubbing. So yeah, we're currently finishing up beta testing phase with prototypes across the nation with random beta testers that were sold to them for $59.99 each. And the response has been overwhelming. With the current prototype pitfalls being able to be addressed amongst the injection mold process and addition of silicone introduction to the product. So back in February, I actually hired a team of product positioning specialists, and together we generated over 330 total leads with a customer acquisition cost of $1.68 or less once up to scale, 8% click-through rate, and we generated over 230 product positioning surveys where beta testers filled out a 16-question survey. And so, obviously we've done a lot of research and development, and to add on to that, an extension of that is our awareness of the total addressable market. This consists of parents and grandparents alike who struggle with consistent hygiene routines at home. There are 124 million family households nationwide. We use the metrics from our survey responses that I remind you from random optional strangers, and estimate a 10% return rate, which comprise our calculations. So we have an addressable market of 12.5 million households. We're applying the 10% survey responses of those households that demonstrate interest in our product, providing a realistic total addressable market of 1.25 million houses. This represents $125 million in revenue. My financial team then assumed that, of course, not everybody would be buying immediately. Families grow, they change, parents become grandparents. So this is really a revolving door. So our forecast for 2024 is 12.5 million in sales, which is less than 0.01% of the family households represented. With gross profit margin of $5.3 million, this delivers a 3-year annual gross profit of $16 million. And through the course of the next 20 years, we hope to capture the full $125 million in revenue of that rotating market, excluding the addition of new products, accessories, and sales outside the US. So our primary revenue model utilizes the use of e-commerce and connecting with parent influencers, getting short-form social media content across all platforms. Entering brick and mortar locations will come next, and from there developing an entire product line associated with helping kids wash their hands in order to get more than one SKU through the door of those family households. This would include things like soap dispensers, quick dry towels, just to name a few. So as I mentioned, I hired a team back in February of product positioning specialists, engineers. My background is actually in commercial and residential real estate for the past 6 years. Also fine art, graphic design, and short form content. But more so recently, I signed with a local venture capitalist firm to help hammer out the legal and IP aspects of this product. And from there, we have an immediate goal of 10,000 units at $100
Now, here's the final test. Your initial marketing or sales methodology was going to be e-commerce. Is that through your website, through Amazon? What does that consist of?
Partially, that would absolutely include Amazon, but primarily we just plan to do short form content ourselves through all social media platforms.
Okay, I have a few questions. I have an 8-year-old, and I have stools in every bathroom. What research did you use to decide how high that step is? Did you intend just to have a helper always to put the child up? And then also, my question about the 300 leads, were they the people in your research to get 10% potential market?
Yes, part of that was done through a very brief, like 1 week product positioning analytics phase that we went through. That short form video that we had generated got over 30,000 views, and we used the 10% off of that in order to generate our revenue. To answer your other question about children and how we decided that, we really took a deep dive into the growth rate of kids. The product's really more so intended for like the 1.5 years to like 5 to 6 year olds. All depends on your growth of your child, of course. And was there another question tied in there as well? Okay.
Can you give a little color on your plan on manufacturing?
Yeah, so currently we'd like to CNC cut these first 10,000 units. But the end goal down the road is to incorporate injection molding that would allow us to really hit that mass scale that we intend on achieving. And it also incorporates silicone aspects more so to the product to help protect people's cabinetry, countertops, also add a little bit of grippiness and things of that nature.
Would you self-perform, or would these first 10,000 be contracted out?
We're still kind of debating that a little bit, but more than likely we would have an outside manufacturing source. However, bring them into the local environment in order to assemble them and ship them out ourselves.
How did you settle on your price point?
Yeah, so the current top seller on Amazon, it actually goes for $150 when it's on sale. It's big, bulky, very traditional type of footstool. Otherwise, you got your extremely cheap price points. That's like your little tiny step stools. Really not applicable to the problem that we're trying to solve, to the countertops. And so that $100 is really that sweet spot. We tested $120 at first. It was a little high, but really this product's intended for many generations and not just for the use of one child. You know, families have more than one kid often. And yeah, so it's just going to be durable and always there when you need it, but out of the way when you don't.
How many have you sold again?
I've only sold prototypes to beta testers at the moment, and I've sold 12 of those. Yep.
Awesome, great job. Can everyone get out their handy-dandy cell phones, especially you?
No surprise for everybody in the audience.
We
You're not
do.
gonna want to miss it.
I don't think anybody actually has their phones.
No.
Maybe
They're not
this
the
person.
same
If you have your phone, yeah, there we go.
Got
Okay,
it.
cool.
Give me with the phone.
Thanks so much. All right.
Ready? You're gonna go to awesomeinc.org/program. It takes about 30 seconds for you guys to vote for each pitch. And at the end of those 5 votes that you've casted, there's a last final question that would really help us out here at Awesome Inc. Get us a good idea of how much you love us and Fiberglass.
And how we can improve. Awesome. So, last couple of things. Judges. Oh, you guys beat me to it. Well, if you guys want to head on out the private exit to the great green room, Batman's in there. It's awesome. We're going to have you guys deliberate. But real quickly, I want to say a couple things. And this one is not planned. Is my friend Marshall in the room? Can you come on down? Can everyone give our friend Marshall a big round of applause? So Marshall, I just want you to know that we have intentionally slow played this for 3 weeks. Simply to say, welcome to the team. And you go, man, part of Team Alpha. So we have a link. There we go. You will. So we have a really awesome internship program, awesome, not to abuse that word, and it would be for really talented high school students through graduates like Marshall and almost anybody else wearing this black t-shirt, a lot of them are in the lobby, that make events like this happen, that make a large impact with our summer founders. So we're grateful and we're stoked to have you. Thanks for letting us keep you staying with that Karen, so it was great. Anyways, last couple of things.
Okay.
You want to
I was just gonna break.
Oh, cool. No, we got a few announcements. Check out. How many people look sexy for $5? Tell them that.
They can head out to the registration and get themselves a snazzy, what do you say, so myself, Fiberglass t-shirt.
So if you see Cam Sloss, the man with the beautiful gold locks, there's a table in the middle of the room. He will be ecstatic if you go visit him. It will make his night. Last couple of things, especially if you are a student, please go ahead and mark this date on your calendar. April 12th through the 14th, 2024, and also some of the veteran entrepreneurs in the room. This is a really fun and unique weekend where we get people from all across the state.
That's 48 hours.
Yeah, it really is. To come build companies, and actually we've had some companies pitch at Fiberglass events. It doesn't matter if you're a teacher, you're a barista, you're an entrepreneur, whatever. Come, if you have an idea, share it. We'll bring it to life over this weekend. This is
And
very
then you might be able to pitch at Fiberglass in 2024.
Exactly, get some experience. Last couple of things. October 25th is the same day as the next Fiberglass. We're going to have a great event, the Fellowship Giveaway Day, which I know our friends at Chase have been awesome sponsors for us. So thanks right there. Appreciate y'all. It's going to be a great afternoon highlighting the next round of entrepreneurs coming through Awesome Space, as well as the next 5 across. So if you want to have your phone out, yes, there is your next free ticket to the next event. That's actually going to be at UK's Worship Theater, which is going to be a first-time venue.
You're not a student, and you're young again for a split second walking through campus.
You will feel young again. So, with that, we're going to have everyone rise up to your feet, and if you want to follow me out, we're going back to the networking area. Yeah, what's up, Jimmy? How you doing, baby? What's up, man? You got me up for? So we're heading on out in about 10 or 15 minutes. Grab a drink or two, and we'll get answers in a few. Here we go. In the crowd, we have all the entrepreneurs over here. Aaron, let's get you back over here real quickly. And the crowd favorites for the one and only August 2023 is Clean! This is your dream. Come on, it's 5 across. All right. Great job. Okay, great job. Well, that's exciting. But there's 2 more prizes to give away. Second place, that's right. All right, so I'm spaced out.
Medium volume.
All right, let's get a 5 out of 10 volume level. Drum roll, please. Stomp those feet. Make everyone 14 and below a little nervous. And the runner-up to August across is Denton Partridge! Nice! And behind you got a little something. Great job. Let's get one picture real quickly. Awesome, thanks so much, man. Proud of you, Danny. That's awesome.
Man, woo!
Okay.
I'm ready.
All right, and the crowd falls to a complete silence. It's the night before Christmas. Not a peep in the house or however it goes. We're gonna make a loud, really loud noise. The windows are about to shake. We're about to announce this city's winner for the August 2023 5 across pitch. Who just bought their ticket to the December finals? Tim, you feeling good? Connect's excited about what's going on here tonight. Okay. Well, everybody, we need 10 out of 10 volume, and we're gonna announce this winner. So here we go. 10 out of 10 volume, and the winner taking home the W for 5 across August 2023 is Cleveland! We always give the winning team a quick word. All right, guys, hey, let's listen real quickly. We're gonna get a word from the winning team. Here you go.
Wow. Well, I tell you what, it was great coming in. It's feeling great now. We're excited to have you guys. I hope all of you bring one more person to the next time. I know Henry's gonna bring somebody too, so he'll bring somebody. You all get a friend. Come out in October. Let's do it again. Love you guys.
You guys don't go anywhere. We're gonna have the OG 5 across winner give a little bit of insight why they chose you tonight. Tony?
Awesome, thank you very much. So, judges spent a long time in the deliberation text, so sorry for that. We just thought you had a very clean presentation. All right, clear revenue structure, really appreciated that. You're the right team, got a good team behind you, a lot of experience in that space. But it was very easy to see the scale, not only the depth in the commercial, but across the country. And then, once you tap that out, you can go to the next industry and the next industry. So, very well done, very well done.
Appreciate it. All right, y'all, that is a wrap for August 2023. Next event is October 25th. That is a Wednesday. We will be at UK's Worship Theater. There are QR codes on the pub tables. Scott, can we get that slide up whenever you have a free moment for the next ticket? And we will see you guys here soon. Thanks for coming out. Daniel, why don't you get up here as well? This is your team. And hang out for a little bit. We'll see you guys.